Welcome everybody to today's webinar, how to curate an exceptional customer experience and score rave reviews, improve your reputation management and increase customer retention. Today we'll be covering why reputation management matters, what cannabis consumers want from retailers, how you can improve your in-store experience, and the top tips for getting more reviews. My name is Guillermo Bravo. I'm the CEO and founder of Foot Traffic. We've been in business since 2017, servicing cannabis dispensaries and retailers. I come with a breadth of experience in advertising technology, so feel free to connect with me anytime. At any given time, we're working with 400 plus dispensaries and delivery services across North America, and that includes United States and Canada and more. We work primarily with cannabis dispensaries and delivery services. Our goal is to drive in-store foot traffic and online e-commerce sales. So we focus strictly on this niche and love what we do. Before we get started, a couple things we want to bring up. Cell phones, if you don't mind putting those face down and on silent or do not disturb. We love them, but they can be quite distracting when attending a webinar. And then familiarize yourself with Zoom. There's a Q&A function at the bottom of the screen. Just make sure that you leave any comments or questions in that field, and then we'll be sure to answer them at the end of the webinar. And make sure to stick around. We have special offers for attendees that I'll be sharing at the end of the webinar. All right, let's get started. What people say about your dispensary online can help you score even more customers. But you need to be a part of making that conversation happen and ensuring that it's going in the right direction. Right now, 82% of customers check reviews for local businesses. That's 4 out of every 5 customers. How many stars people give you, what the reviews say, and how you respond can all impact whether those customers order from you or go to your competition. If you create an experience your customers can't wait to talk about, you get the benefits of having a repeat customer and a brand ambassador who will leave you reviews for life. Why do reviews matter so much? Well, reviews provide potential customers with social proof. They help to legitimize your business by showing that you are who you say you are, and they clue potential customers into what they can expect from you. When people are first seeking out a new dispensary, they want to minimize the risk and find a spot they can trust. Your reviews help make things easier for them, as long as you're actively asking for them, monitoring them, and responding to your reviews. This is all part of reputation management. Reputation management is the process of staying on top of what people are saying about your business. Reviews have become such an integral part of consumer behavior that dispensaries need to allocate time and resources to monitor them and respond. There are 3 parts to reputation management. First, you need to create a positive experience that people want to talk about. We're going to dive into this a little bit later. Next, you need to implement systems that encourage and make it easy for people to leave you reviews. And lastly, you need to respond and manage your reviews. These 3 components are connected, and if you want to benefit from your star power, you need to keep all 3 in check. But that's not all. Reviews also have an impact on your Google rankings. If you want to show up in the top 3 spots on Google, then you need to be getting reviews every month and maintain a 4.7 star rating. So how do you keep getting positive reviews? By focusing on what cannabis consumers want. We know that all consumers are not the same. What is crucial is that you focus on your own target audiences. Their needs and wants are going to differ, but by by being creative, you can ensure you're meeting and even surpassing their expectations. Consumer needs will vary depending on whether you are serving a medical or adult use audience. General differences, socioeconomic, behavioral differences. Are you catering to college students or are you catering to baby boomers? To make sure you can curate an experience that they'll want to share, you need to nail down your buyer persona first. To better understand who your customers are, you should have at least one buyer persona. This will show you who your marketing speaks to and who in-store experience revolves around. A buyer persona is a fictional avatar that represents your ideal customer. So let's say you are a provisioning center in Michigan that serves both medical patients and recreational users. You'll want to craft at least 2 different personas to ensure that you address both of your target audiences. A buyer persona will help you pinpoint what matters to most of your customers and how you can best meet their needs. You can use it to help frame your marketing in addition to your in-store experience. You may have created buyer personas before making a marketing plan or as part of your business plan. If so, you want to focus on amending that persona rather than starting from scratch. If you are starting from scratch, take a look at any of the data that you've been able to collect regarding sales patterns. If you have access to your marketing data, you can also identify behavioral patterns like what they enjoy looking at on your website. Talk to your bud tenders about the individuals who they are interacting with the most. Do they seem like college students, older patients, or soccer moms? Also, take a look at the reviews and feedback you have from real customers. What do they talk about? What are their interests? Are they concerned with your pricing, your store environment, your product selection? How else can you learn what your customers want? Ask them. For additional information, talk directly to your customers or create a survey for them to answer. Add an incentive to boost answer rates. For example, 10% off your next order for filling out our short questionnaire. Customer feedback is crucial. If you want to make sure you're meeting your customers' needs, you want to also use reviews as feedback. Comb through your reviews to look for opportunities and insights. You can also look on social media for feedback. Ask questions on your social media accounts and keep track of what customers are saying. Not only is it good for boosting engagement, but it can provide you valuable insight into your customers. Once you have all this information, you can start to craft a buyer persona. Maybe your target audience is busy professionals who want to use cannabis to relax instead of alcohol. They like learning about different products and tend to purchase vape cartridges or flower for weekday use. Occasionally, they experiment with other products during the weekends. Or maybe it's college students who are trying to save a buck. They look for high THC products from specific brands and stop by weekly during the daily deals to make sure they have what they want for the weekend. Once you have all this information, you can start catering more to those target audiences. If you have multiple buyer personas, you can segment your marketing list so that you can offer each persona the right type of deal or content to get them to shop with you. Customer-friendly processes. Regardless of who your ideal customer is, there are certain expectations that transcend buyer personas. For example, everyone likes easy to understand pricing. If possible, include taxes in your pricing for transparency. No one likes a surprise at the checkout. Everyone likes feeling like they're getting a great deal. Whether it's buy one, get one special or a percentage off, offer deals on the products that you think your target customers will enjoy. Regardless of where you are or who you're serving, everyone appreciates a clean, safe environment. That doesn't mean you have to be obvious about it, but you should have routines in place to keep your shop tidy and organized. You should have clear security measures so you don't distract from your dispensary ambiance. You shouldn't feel like you're visiting someone in a jail just to buy a joint. Security personnel should be trained in customer service and they should be friendly and welcoming. In most shops, this is the first person that a customer sees. Unless your regulating agency requires it, there's no reason that this person needs to dress like a rent-a-cop. Consider what would make your target audience feel more comfortable. Everyone likes things to look nice. Now, what that means is going to differ from customer to customer. If you're serving college students, you can go for a more club-like feel and dark leather couches and sleek TV menus. If you're serving patients, you may want to choose a more spa-like retreat with comfortable individual seating and iPads with educational content. Friendly, knowledgeable staff is another must regardless of your customer persona. Make sure you're doing regular training and keep your team up to date on products and cannabis in general. If you do any scripting, make sure that it's in line with your brand and your buyer persona. People love to learn about cannabis, but some like to do it on their own time, while others prefer the help of a bud tender. Have that option available. Whether you have informational materials out and about in your waiting room or offer a more concierge service, this should be determined by your buyer persona. If you're not sure how to distinguish your store, visit other dispensaries or stores that cater to similar audiences and see how they handle meeting needs of their target audience. With your buyer personas in hand, it's time to improve your customer experience. So let's take it up a notch. Meeting expectations isn't enough. You want to surpass them. You can take everything I mentioned before and turn it up to 11. Add events that cater to your target audience. If you're a medical dispensary, help people get certified and find the right products. If you're a recreational shop, think about what your target audience loves. Are they into yoga, concerts, and work with members of the community to create an interesting and innovative slate of events? A recent dispensary email I looked at had information about March on Madness and helpful tips for calming down. It included recipes and mindfulness events. That dispensary definitely tapped into their buyer personas and created a fun take on March Madness. You can also partner with local businesses to get your customer discounts or create events together. Now let's pick your battles. All of this is a lot to take aboard. If you feel like you have a lot of work, it's time to start implementing change. If you try to change everything at once, then you're more likely to give up or do a substandard job. Pick what changes you can implement quickly and start working on those that you can reap the rewards. For example, refreshing your waiting space can be a quick fix for creating a particular ambiance. You can also work with your marketing team to change up your deals so that they are more relevant to your customer personas. Then create a plan for implementing long-term improvements, like bud tender training. You can begin by rolling out a specific training program to all your current staff and amend your onboarding process to include the training for new staff. There's a lot to learn about cannabis and customer service, so this shouldn't be all covered at once. Definitely dedicate a lot of time during this training process. As you're implementing your changes, make sure to check in on your customers and see if they like what they see. Definitely monitor your success. You can always take a look at your sales metrics to see if they're being impacted in a positive way by the changes that you're making. Are your prices and deals leading to larger basket average order sizes or more cross-selling? Have you seen more traffic or revenue? Are people utilizing the tools in your waiting room or going to your events? Now that you're taking time to step up your game, you want to get more reviews. Let's dive into top tips for getting those stars. Training. We mentioned training earlier. Your bud tenders aren't just sales associates. They're valuable resources for your customers, and they're the face of your business. These are the people that your customers will interact with most. You should be asking for reviews as part of your bud tender's job. Create a simple script like, thanks for shopping with us today. If you appreciate our service, make sure to leave us a review. You want to ask for reviews frequently. It's crucial that you have fresh reviews every month. Customers find those to be more relevant, plus they are the first ones that pop up when someone is looking at your Google My Business listing, for example. Not only should your bud tenders mention it, but you should also have a sign at your checkout or postcard within your customers' checkout bags. Put a QR code on them and make it super easy for your customers to leave your dispensary review. I promise this is not a waste of time. 76% of customers that are asked to leave a review go on to write one. So just ask away. Now let's talk about review gating. Using the review gate can also help increase your reviews while maintaining that 4.7 star average. A review gate lives on your website. It helps you monitor who will be leaving reviews for your business. Individuals who imply that they weren't satisfied with their experience will be asked to leave you feedback on a contact form, while those who are happy with their experience will be sent to Google for them to leave a review. By sorting out those who have a positive experience with your dispensary and those who did not, you can get feedback from unhappy individuals and help troubleshoot their issues, while sending happy customers to review sites to share how great your store was. This is a great tool to combine with text messaging because it can make it simpler for people to leave reviews or have their complaints heard and addressed. This can help make you more responsive too. You'll know when people are taking the time to leave reviews or feedback so you can quickly respond. Definitely leverage SMS and email marketing. Another method for getting more reviews is SMS and email automation. This is for individuals who opted in to receive text messages or emails from you. They're individuals who are in your loyalty program and they likely enjoy shopping with you. By creating an automation, you can make it easy to touch base with them after they visit your shop. Write up an eye-catching text or email thanking them for stopping by and ask them to share their experience. You can have this message trigger in a variety of ways. One thing we like to do is have a message sent to a customer after their third visit. That way, you know that the customer is a fan of your shop since they keep coming to you over and over again. You can also have it sent after a large purchase or even after a visit. It's up to you. The goal is with all of these methods is to make it easy. Remove the barriers and make it simple for people to leave a review. Who doesn't love an incentive? Need to get more reviews quickly? Consider offering an incentive like double loyalty points, a special deal, or a gear giveaway for those who leave your review. One thing to keep in mind is before you go down this path, make sure you're allowed to offer incentives or giveaways by your regulated agencies. Most states won't allow you to give away product, but by doing loyalty points or gear, you can get around that regulation. Engage. Once you have people talking about your business, it's time to encourage them and maintain your star rating or improve upon it. You should have always respond to reviews. Among consumers that read reviews, 97% read businesses' responses to reviews. People expect a response. Engaging can also lead you to get more reviews. This helps show that you care about what people say about you and that you value their feedback. They took the time out of their day to say something about your dispensary, and you should take the time to thank them. You want to respond to both positive and negative reviews. For positive reviews, thank the person in your brand voice. Something like, glad you had a great experience, come back soon. Or so happy you loved Gorilla Glue, it's one of our favorites too. Make sure to switch it up for different reviews and personalize your responses. Now let's talk about negative reviews. I'm not gonna lie, they can really suck, but they also present your store with an opportunity to take someone's negative experience and turn it around. And if you can't do that, you can still learn from the feedback. When you respond to negative reviews, you can often make the situation better. If the problem is handled well, many reviewers will change their reviews to a positive one or delete their original negative review. It's not all about the negative poster though. Other people will read that review and see how you handle it because it shows who you are as a company. Customers nowadays want transparency. They want a personal relationship with the companies they trust. Responding to negative reviews shows that your business cares, that it's responsive and willing to engage with customers. A negative review can help get you riled up, but don't respond immediately. Look at the problem from your customer's perspective. Apologize to the customer for their experience and share your contact info to take the conversation offline. Keep it short and simple, but kind. For example, hi Mary, I'm sorry you weren't happy with the service you received during your last visit. Please contact me at email@dispensary.com to discuss your experience. Thank you for leaving a review and let us know what we can do to be better. Now you're wondering whether or not you can just delete reviews. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. Google will generally delete reviews if they contain profanity. Also, if one person has made multiple negative reviews, this is considered spam or Google will take action. Reviews posted by competing businesses, fake or irrelevant reviews, or reviews by disgruntled former employees are a violation of Google's terms of service. So you can request to have these deleted. But just so you know, this isn't an instant process. It takes Google time to check over everything. And to be honest, they don't always delete every review that they should. You should still take the time to respond to the negative review, even if you request that it be deleted, so that people who see it in the meantime won't be put off. At Foot Traffic, we've helped dispensaries manage their reputations for years. We help our clients create SEO-friendly Google My Business profiles and can help with both reviews and responding to reviews. Ultimately, reputation management is an important part of an SEO strategy. According to Moz, reviews account for about 15% of Google's local PAC ranking factors. Reviews help legitimize your business with both potential customers and Google. The better your reputation, the more likely your store will show up higher in local search results. But this isn't just about placement. We know that the higher up you are in organic search results, the more clicks your website will receive. This is vital traffic. These individuals are interested in cannabis. They're interested in visiting a dispensary. This is highly relevant web traffic, which means they're more likely to purchase from you. Most of the online revenue that our customers get is from organic traffic, so you cannot take this lightly. To help you get started with reputation management, we have a special SEO deal for you today. First-time customers can save $200 off your first month of a 3-month SEO plan, which includes reputation management. We'll get you set up to get more reviews and to maximize their impact so that your customers can find you. Schedule a call with us today by visiting foottraffic.me/chat. All right, that was a lot of information in a short period of time. So we're going to pause here to take some questions. All right, the first question is, how many reviews should we get? Great question. The first milestone we'd recommend is 300 reviews. That's pretty common around a medical market. If you're in, for instance, California or Washington State, I would shoot for at least 1,000 reviews. Add this as part of your long-term strategy. Perhaps set a goal of 30 reviews per month or one per day for a year to achieve, 300 reviews. You can also create a contest between your bud tenders. Whoever can get the most reviews, gets a $100 Amazon gift card. So there's different things that you can do to really push reviews there. What platforms are the best for reviews? Great question. Google is king, and we always push for Google reviews because that's going to have the most impact on your business, on your SEO, and on your local rankings. So definitely prioritize Google. Other websites to consider would be Yelp. Yelp is another important one because that pulls into Apple phones, and it pulls into a couple other APIs for reviews. So you definitely want to consider getting Yelp reviews as well. All right, how quickly should we respond to reviews? I would say the max time to respond to a review would be 72 hours. If it's a negative review, definitely prioritize that over the positive reviews. You want to respond to that in a quick manner and address the concerns that the customer has. How frequently should we check reviews? Another great question. I would check them every day. There's different ways that you can automate this process. We have a dashboard that you can use to log in and check the reviews on a daily basis, or you can receive notifications from Google directly or from the other platforms. So just responding to them in a timely manner, 72 hours is always the best practice. We'll leave some time for a few more questions. Anyone raise their hand? One question is, how do we set up an automation for requesting reviews? So depending on what CRM you use, you can set up a post-visit automation, and then you can choose different parameters around that. So have they visited 1 time or 3 times? Are they, what's their average spend? You can segment customers by different lists within your CRM and send them targeted text messages with tailored messages. So definitely look into your CRM and see if you have the capabilities to do that. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you stuck around this far, you definitely qualified for a free Yeti. Reach out to us, schedule a call, and we'll get that shipping information for you and get one of those out to you quickly. Thank you for your time today, and have a wonderful week.